explain myself.
Another day, another layoff announcement in the mortgage industry. Now, realtors, grab your coffee and sit back because today you're off the hot seat, but I do think you guys can apply what we're going to talk about today to your individual business structures. But first, let's get to the news. You can't read any lending-related news without hearing about layoffs, margin compression, or lack of net income in the mortgage business. Last week was no different. It was Movement Mortgage's turn to right-size, laying off 100 employees nationwide. Now, recruiters, that doesn't mean you call all Movement Mortgage loan officers. That's a good company, and Casey Crawford is a smart guy. They will figure it out. The sky isn't falling for them. They're just one of many right-sizing their ship right now. This is just simply the result of lack of profits and technology allowing 5 people to do what it used to take 10 people to do, something we talked about long ago. So no real shocker there, and we will continue to hear similar news all year until lenders find proper footing. Another great article on this topic is titled "The Plight of the Small Independent Lender." Great title and article, and if you care to read, we will link it in the comments below. Article is interesting and punches lenders and LOs right in the face with their closing statement that reads blah 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 blah, but it also involves a willingness to aggressively prune originators in the lower 60%, especially in hard times with survival at stake. Letting low producers go is a necessity. Pruning dead wood originators, ouch, virtually assures that high producers get better service from the back office. Hard times call for hard decisions. Yikes. Don't be the bottom 60%, I guess. I mean, God, that was certainly aggressive and in your face. And another interesting takeaway from the article is that small and medium-sized lenders are in a tough spot. Tech and digital mortgages are expensive, super expensive, and that's not a good thing in an environment where lenders are finding it difficult to turn a profit. As a result, big lenders continue to poach from the small lenders. Here you go with another nice quote. Poaching of top originators by competitors seeking to sustain or grow volume is another risk that falls more heavily on small independent lenders. Top originators are more willing to move to a better capitalized competitor when they perceive that their existing employer may face warehouse problems that threaten their survival. And large lenders typically see a tough market as an opportune time to pick off individual originators or even whole branches at a relatively low cost from smaller competitors. Let me shift gears here and apply this to the man on the street. Everything we just talked about is big business, profit and losses, and the CEO's problem, right? Not so much. As the article concludes with this last statement, hard times call for hard decisions. And here's where it gets controversial for you guys. I'm going to address the big producing teams right now. What, Ryan? How dare you? They're untouchable. They do $100 million in volume. Well, guess what? Volume is literally useless without profit. So what, you did $100 million in loans? Half of it was bond and the other half was jumbo, and you actually lost money for your company. These giant overstaffed teams, believe it or not, are now the low-hanging fruit for CEOs and lenders looking to right size. Team leads and big producers, you can be mad at the messenger all you want, but it's the truth, and if you haven't had a conversation with your regional or CEO, you will. And my point isn't just to scare or warn you guys. Our point in all of this is to have you guys think like an entrepreneur and a businessman or woman and make those tough decisions yourself before they're dictated for you. Take a good, hard, honest look at your team and find a way to be more efficient with less people. Shock your manager and approach him or her and ask the appropriate question. Hey, how's my team doing efficiency-wise and profitability-wise? Branch managers, you're probably already doing this, but if not, this should take top priority right now, not next week. Realtors, you aren't necessarily facing the same challenge, but it is always prudent to look at your teams and make sure that you aren't just hiring people to hire people. Efficiency should always be pursued for you guys as well. Now, top producers, don't be the pretentious a-hole that thinks that they're untouchable and should have a giant team of 7 just because. Be different. Be a top producer with a high-level perspective that understands the current state of the market and knows that tough times call for tough decisions. Make them yourself before someone makes them for you. Share, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys next week.